coaches turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Whiteside, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And that's now 6 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside. Here's Sloan. He's guarded by Dragic. Kilpatrick passes to Young. Puts it up from 15. Off the iron that time.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
3 on 3. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick's got his second bucket of the night. The Heat have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Bosch, that's for 2. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Young's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Sloan kicks to Lopez. There's a screen. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Lopez has got 9. The Heat leading by 8. Dragic with it. 5 points in the game. Gay with it, and Young picks him up defensively. And the jam by Whiteside.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Here's Sloan. He's got 9. And the pass to Lopez. Shot from 12. Miami grabs the miss. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
And they were falling big time. I mean, from the top to the bottom of that roster, everybody was locked, loaded, and spraying jumpers.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state. But what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Donald Sloan. Here's Kilpatrick. Last game we saw him score 14. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Greg, you brought the topic of Wade. He's had a chance to make several tough mental adjustments throughout his career.
Well, he's always been a guy willing to alter his game for the good of the team. That's why he's got those championship rings, Kevin. You've got to be flexible, not just talented.
Yeah, when Shaq comes in and joins him, then he had to change away when LeBron came in to play
Great credit to him.
Yeah.
Great credit to him.
Very admirable. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Hollis Jefferson passes to Kilpatrick. Dishes it to Lopez. Dragic with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Kilpatrick. He's guarded by Dragic. Kilpatrick passes to Bogdanovic. The wide open look here for Lopez. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Bojan Bogdanovic.
And here's Dragic. His last outing, he had 8 points. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Goes up the baseline. And it's Wade again missing. Nets trail by 11. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Hollis Jefferson's got his first basket of the night.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Rudy Gay. Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Curry subbed in for Goran Dragic. Then for the Nets, Henry Sims is checked in for Lopez. Robinson comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Ellington is subbed in for Bogdanovich. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Stolen by Bosch. Here's Richardson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also they've been really active on the defensive end in terms of applying pressure and coming away with steals.
Robinson misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Got a piece of it. And Curry has it in the corner. Pulls up. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
There's a screen by Robinson. With the teardrop, and it's Kilpatrick missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Here's Kilpatrick following the score by Miami. He kicks it to Sims. In the corner, it's Ellington. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Took him no time at all on that one. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Kilpatrick. He has 6. And the rejection by Stoudemire. They get it back. Hollis Jefferson passes to Kilpatrick. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Sims over Stoudemire. Shot is off.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those 2 things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 19-point game against Orlando. Again, the Heat good for 2. Here's Kilpatrick. 1:19 left to play here in the second quarter. Robinson a screen on Curry. Off the screen. And the rejection by Stoudemire. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Curry dishes to Richardson. Launches it. That's good. Richardson's got 8.
They brought up their 3-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Miami. Now here's Ellington, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Kilpatrick, guarded by Curry. And there's the pass to Kilpatrick. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Will it go? But they recover it. And the foul on Amari Stoudemire.
That's his first personal foul.
The Nets shoot. Their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Curry. No good on the second free throw. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bazemore. Rebound, Brooklyn. Sims has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Ellington the pass to Kilpatrick. The dish to Sims with the fadeaway. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. It's the Heat leading by...
Hi, Kevin.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Starting with Kenny, your take.
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is a...
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Curry. He's got 14 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
So for Brooklyn now, Bogdanovich out there with Young. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Donald Sloan. And it's Kilpatrick in at the shooting guard position. Young's shot is off.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Lopez. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Miami leading by 21. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly. But last season, they were put up for sale. Surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And let's see which big men have had the softest touch lately with this look at the leading field goal percentages among centers and power forwards in the last 10 games. Hassan Whiteside on top. Second is Chris Bosh.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Yes, sir. I mean, these guys make the most of every one of their easy opportunities. Missing layups is simply not part of their routine.
And for the Nets being put up for sale, a big part of it was they were a team that was supposed to compete for titles. And since the move to Brooklyn, they have had trouble going deep in the playoffs. Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
And you know, with Brooklyn, I don't think anybody wants to take over a team in a rebuild mode. I mean, that's what the Nets seem to be looking at for the next few seasons. They had their shot, went all in with some of their decisions, unfortunately came up short.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. He dishes it to Wade. No good. Good D by Lopez.
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
Kilpatrick passes to Bogdanovich. Lopez a screen, and Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Lopez.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
No good. Gay kicks to Wade. The rebound by the Nets. Here's Sloan. 9 points in the game so far. Kicks it to Lopez. Gay with the block. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Thaddeus Young.
You know, last season, Thaddeus Young was moved from Minnesota to Brooklyn, guys. A good move for everybody involved as he helped with the playoff push.
Young last year, as you mentioned, GA, shipped to Brooklyn, provided good punch off the bench.
Yeah, and Young is so efficient in his scoring that he's a great guy to play heavy minutes off the bench. Shot over 50% from the floor in his games with the Nets.
He hits the second from the line.
Just an amazing game for Young. 13 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line, not just getting there, but converting.
Bosh, that's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 5th assist in this one. Nets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Timeout called, the Nets. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Screen by Young. Off the pick. And he gets it to go. And it's 13 points for Brook Lopez.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Wade dishes to Gay. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gay's got 12.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
I can't believe defenders are not aware they cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
Bosh can't get it to go.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Sloan passes to Kilpatrick. Lopez against Dragic. And Brook Lopez again. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter. The Heat leading by 19. Here's Dragic from outside. Lopez grabs the board. The Nets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Young, a screen on Wade. Here's Bogdanovich. And a miss there on the triple. The Heat have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Dragic with a wide open look. Basket is good. The assist from Bosh. And that's 13 points for Goran Dragic.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
The shot from 20 feet away. The Heat rebound. Gay right side. And there's the feed to Bosh. Off target from three-point range.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Dishes it to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shots good from Young. Young's got 15 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The Nets making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Miami leading by 20. Outside Dragic. He feeds it to Wade. Double team on Wade. And it's Dragic off the drive. Here's Bosh. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like
showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? Man, oh man.
Does he ever?
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And the best of good.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Here's Sloan. He's guarded by Dragic. Sloan passes to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Young. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Gay. It's deflected, but he stays with it. Feeds it to Bosh. Beyond the arc, and that one's good. Bosh has got 6 here in this quarter.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
The Nets have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Sloan. He's got 9. And it's Wade with the rebound.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Here's Sloan. He's guarded by Dragic. Stolen by Bosh. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
We've seen D-Wade getting it done. 19 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now. And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of a great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Amari Stoudemire, who's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Chris Bosh. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Rudy Gay. And it's Richardson in for Goran Dragic. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting around 41% on the night. Yeah, Greg, you know, I remember that stretch with Wade you're talking about. It seems like he finally now feels healthy, Clark, and it shows.
Wade himself said, Kevin, it was the best he felt in a couple of years. Health is such a big factor for him, given how he plays and selectively now likes to attack the rim.
Miami's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Richardson to the left wing. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
There's a screen by Robinson. All sorts of time. A shot by Ellington, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The Nets have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. And Sloan kicks to Robinson. Robinson a screen on Wade. Sloan dishes to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Goes up, and the slam dunk by Bazemore.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers. And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Now here's Richardson. 8 points for him. And again, Miami with the triple.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Here's Sloan. He's got 9. Can't get it to go. Excellent D from Wade.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. The deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Shot clock at 5. Sims. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Sims has got his first points in this one. Miami's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. No good from Wade. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. 40 seconds left in the third. Pass to Ellington. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Richardson, finished off the break. Richardson's got 10.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here's Sloan. Wade is covering. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. And the dunk by Robinson.
You know the coach drew up a nice play when you get an easy dunk on the inbounds pass.
Now Richardson fires for 3. Off target with that shot. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Here's Larkin. Curry is out there with Richardson. Then it's Winslow. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Muscala in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Clock at 6. Here's Sims. Here's Reed. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
Yeah.
talk that was, Gary. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Knocks it loose. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Ellington the pass to Sims. Lets it go from 14. That's short off the rim.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Larkin kicks to Karasov. Pass to Ellington. The dish now to Larkin.
And guys, more and more, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
And that one's good.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
The Heat making a switch here. Casey's checked in.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution.
Reed with it.
Quincy Acey.
Here's Larkin. And it's blocked by Curry, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Sims.
And another miss. Woo. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
The teardrop falls in.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
The Heat have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And the dunk by AC.
There are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Down low. And the basket by Karasov. Karasov's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
And Bazemore kicks to AC. And the Heat, another three.
One aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Reed kicks to Ellington. Now the pass to Larkin. There's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Can't get it to go. And it's Miami the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
A floater. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And a slam dunk by Bazemore.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Here's Larkin. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, Willie Reed.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off of teams, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out. And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Ellington dishes to Reed. Larkin kicks to Lopez. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Johnson, a wide open look. Another miss by Johnson.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
The shot's good from Ellington. Heat have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Here's Muscala. Lopez covering and stolen by Ellington. They push it up 4 on 3. Reed a screen. Larkin kicks to Ellington. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Curry passes to Muscala. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Muscala's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Here's Larkin, guarded by Curry. Larkin dishes to Lopez. Oh, that's blocked. And they get it back. And there's a whistle. That goes on Quincy Acey.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
A different look for Miami. Stoudemire comes in for Muscala. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Richardson. And a change for the Nets. Robinson's checked in for Reed.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Johnson can't get it to go.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
Miami's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here's Larkin. Wade is covering. Larkin kicks to Robinson. Inside, here's Karasov. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Stoudemire's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Larkin. To the middle, here's Robinson. Gets it to fall from the right block. Heat shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. It's Curry outside. Robinson pulls it in. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Larkin, guarded by Curry. Larkin, the pass to Robinson. Here's Larkin. There's a screen by Robinson. Shot from 16, and it's blocked by Curry, and he gets it back. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Winslow's checked in for the Heat. The Heat shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Lets it go with a three. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
There's a screen by Robinson. Larkin kicks to Lopez. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Lopez has got 19 points. Miami's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Here's Curry with the three. Can't get it to go. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
In the corner, it's Ellington. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ellington's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And then Johnson with the dunk.
Oh, he hung in the air, double pump, and then threw it down.
Well, the D just stepped aside, let him pick what kind of move he wanted to make, and voila, there it is.
There it was.
And what a beautiful move it was.
Lopez right side, and the shot is good. Lopez has got 21 in the game.
Exactly what they want right there. Continue to get good looks.
Here's Wade. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Robinson a screen on Curry. Here's Larkin, guarded by Curry. Shot clock at 6. Here's Lopez, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one is on Stoudemire. Watching Brook Lopez, he all the time contributes in every category. It's amazing the number of Clark ways he affects the game.
Deadly with the shot. Tremendous touch. Back to the basket moves, facing up, makes free throws. Good offensive rebounder, capable passer. He just makes things happen.
The Heat making a switch here. Bazemore is checked in. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Karasov. He kicks to Lopez. He dishes it to Larkin. 5 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Ellington. Miami grabs the miss.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And Bazemore kicks to Curry. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
And now, on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But, Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
No surprise here, just a big-time performance for Dwayne Wade. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
The rebound by Karasov. And here are the Nets. 34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Kicks to Lopez. And Winslow pulls it down. And Miami can just let the clock run down here. Curry wide open. Miami no good on that time either. Here's Larkin. Wade is covering. In the corner, it's Ellington. Lopez dishes to Larkin. Fires the 3. Missed. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control of.
Guys, I'm here with Zoran Dragic, and what's been the key to your success?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Dwayne Wade.
Well, Dwayne Wade was at his best tonight, fellas. He's a ferocious competitor when he gets in the zone like that. That intensity on defense,
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal,
I don't think you want to get rich. You don't really want it.